Item 4, this is for possible action, discussion, deliberation. If you could mute your phone when you're not talking, we hear every paper that's rattling in here. Thank you. Number 4, for possible action, discussion, deliberation regarding a resolution to obtain the water and sewer utility at Spring Mountain Raceway new project. Again, who's kicking this off? Pam, will you?
I put this on, but Daryl will be available to answer any specific. He's been working this project for quite some time.
Daryl, anything you want to kick this
I
off?
hear a bunch of background noise on somebody's cell phone or something, and it's very difficult to hear this conversation.
Thank you.
And I have the same problem. Not mine.
I asked it once.
Yes, sir. Somebody's hung up.
If you're not talking, please mute your phone. All right, thank you. Now we'll try to carry on. Daryl, go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, there's been a lot of discussion about a project that's being done at the Spring Mountain Raceway. We have an opportunity to support a very large mixed-use development out there that's both residential, commercial, as well as the expansion of the activities on the racetrack itself. One of the key hurdles to move forward with this process is the development of utilities at the racetrack facility itself. From a county perspective, we think this is a very good project that we would like to support, and this would be the key to getting utilities into the whole area down at what has been called the gateway area into the community along Highway 160.
All right, Dave, Mr. Fanning, Mr. Osborne, could you come up for a moment, please? Thank you. I'm asking Head of Public Works and Mr. Osborne, who deals with our other systems, to come forward.
So at this stage, the tentative map has been done for the first stage of the residential development down there. The request has come back, of course, from the state agencies, the Public Utilities Commission, and NDEP as to who is going to be the utility provider in that area. And the agenda in front of you today is to see if the county is interested in moving forward as the utility provider for that area, or would we like to tell the developer that they need to look into alternatives under with private utility providers.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, the item references a resolution that we started to draft and determined it would make more sense to draft it after you determine your the level of involvement in this project, and Brian can address that further if you'd like. But
okay.
We would like to have your action taken, which can very much be done without the resolution. Okay. And then we will bring back the resolution depicting the specific desires of the board. Okay.
As before we get to Mr. Kunze, this would end up being under Public Works. Mr. Osborne runs our other systems, so I would like to hear from them if they think this is a good idea moving forward. Either one.
Jack Osborne, Utility Superintendent. I believe that the county, I worked for a lot of municipalities, and I've always worked where the government controlled, not the government, the local government controlled the water and wastewater utilities. And with doing that, you have a lot of control in planning, and you have a lot of control in how things are laid out in the future and for expansion. And talking to Darrell Lacey and Dave Fanning and Mrs. Webster on this in the past, I think it would really benefit, especially on the other side of the highway, if we could implement it into the fairgrounds and any development in that area. I haven't been privy to the exact boundaries of the other utilities in the area, but I think it's a great idea, and this is a way for the county to get in at ground level. We can be involved in the design of it so that it's done correctly, and it's done to county standards.
Okay. Mr. Fanning, anything to add?
I have no comments at this time.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Kunze, if you could walk us through how this would go? We vote in principle on this resolution, and then it would come to me to sign. How is this going to work? Or would it work if the votes are there? Mr. Kunze? Okay, let's have a roll call. Who's still online? Donnie?
No, I'm sorry. I had my mic silent. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep noise down from my end.
Okay, thank you.
No, what I wanted to say is that the question is, how far are we willing to go? The developer wants some assurances from the county that if this is the path that the county is willing to go down, they want to go down this path starting, from today, and not have a hiccup, a few months from now, and have them lose the time on their development from being able to, pursue, other issues. They do not have utilities at this site now. They provide their own water. And principally, the site that we're talking about is the new BLM, the land that was recently acquired from the BLM, that is not in any utility service area. And again, just to point out that they are going to construct the sewer facility to service residential and commercial development there. And that will be given to the county free of charge. So there's going to be no charge to the county. And then they are also willing, and we need to address taking over their existing water system. So it would be the water system and the sewer package plant there. I shouldn't say sewer package plant, but the sewer plant that they're proposing to build on that development. So again, I just want to make it clear that what they're looking for is, a commitment that the county is basically ready, willing, and able to move forward with accepting this plant when it's completed, because that's the way the permitting process is going to have to go. And obviously, if the county is involved, the county does not have to go through the PUC. And the county can then be involved with getting the necessary operation permits directly through the county.
Okay, so without an actual written resolution, just a vote by us saying that we're in favor of running this system once it's built and handed over to us. Is that correct?
You'll be willing to accept the system, as long as it's built according to our specifications and things of that nature,
right? And
that you are prepared to operate it and do all the necessary permitting as the operator for the system.
Okay, thank you. Let me check again. Who's still on the line? Commissioner Boraski, you with us? Commissioner Boraski, are you with us?
Yes, I'm back, and I apologize for the noise earlier. I was trying to mute my phone, and it was not cooperating.
Okay, thank you. Just want to make sure you're here. And Commissioner Cox, you're here?
Yes.
Okay, and still no Commissioner Wickman? Okay. All right. I'll go first this time, I guess. This is a big project. This is a lot of potential jobs. Economic development. Everybody's been saying how they want some commercial. There's a big commercial component to this. I am all in favor of moving this forward, and I think we need to do it today. So, Commissioner Boraski, any comments? Commissioner Boraski, any comments?
I'm
You
sorry.
might be muted.
Oh, he's back. Commissioner Boraski. All right. Commissioner Carboni, we'll go to you.
I have no comments at this time.
Okay. Commissioner Cox, any questions, any comments?
Yeah, I have some questions. How much is this going to cost us, county, on the county side, to do this?
To actually acquire the system, it's not going to cost us anything. And then really the cost would be set up where when you took over control of the system, the county would then be setting the rates and everything else, and this would obviously be set up as like an enterprise fund. And so the users would basically be paying for the operation of the system, but there is no expense involved with the actual acquisition of the pipe and system and everything that goes along with it. That's actually being built at the expense of the developer and will be gifted to the county upon completion.
Okay, yeah, and I have absolutely no backup on this for some reason. There's no maps, there's no anything on this item. I guess my other question would be, do they have water there now?
Yes.
To this particular area? Does it actually come to this area now, or do they have to pipe it in?
Yes, they have their own. They have their own well, and that also will be turned over with the water rights to the county to operate the system.
Okay. Are they receiving any water from the well that the county dug on the other side that goes to the fairgrounds? I don't think so, but maybe.
I don't believe so, but maybe Daryl can speak to that.
Madam Commissioner, this is Daryl Lacey. Yeah. The well that was drilled across the road was for the fairgrounds. One of the advantages of doing this project is that we could then potentially provide water and sewer services for the fairground in the future if y'all decide us to move forward and negotiate with the town. But the question today is specifically for the racetrack area itself, and just by having that in the future would allow us to look at other alternatives in the area that would be of benefit to us.
And for clarification, that well is not pumping today.
It's not even completed. It just is a hole in the ground that's been capped for future use at the fairgrounds. Is how it was designed for.
Okay, make sure everybody's clear. When everybody talks about the maps, understand that this is the existing Spring Mountain Raceway Park property, and then was it 300 acres, Daryl?
The original racetrack is about 300 acres, 280, and then the new expansion with new BLM lands another 120. So the total is close to 400. Right
120.
Now.
Yeah, so it's 120 acres, and principally the development's going to occur on that 120 acres. Which I think everybody's familiar with the maps that we saw when all that BLM stuff was going through. But those are basically the two parcels that we're talking about that are involved in this.
Okay, Commissioner Cox?
I'd just like to make a comment.
Go ahead.
I know Commissioner Shinhopen talked about jobs, and I'm sure those jobs will be there, and this will be done regardless of whether it belongs to the county or not. I have a problem committing the county to go into the utility business with any private developer at this point. This sets a precedent, and I just don't feel we've not taken on anybody else's at this point, and I don't feel it would be fair to the person we didn't take on somebody else's.
Okay.
I just think if these people are going to develop, we're going to have to decide, do we want to be in the utility business or not, because this is going to start something big here. Mm-hmm. And I really, having no backup, no anything no figures involved, I just don't think we're ready to go into the utility business at this point. At least that's my consensus.
Thank you. Mr. Osborne, how many systems did we run?
At this point, because I'm involved with Beatty, we now have 19 water systems and 2 wastewater systems. Okay.
So this wouldn't be just our new foray into the business?
No, I forget who I spoke with last week, and they asked me about all the water and wastewater systems, and it was Frank. And I told Frank that if you combined all the water and wastewater systems together into one system, they'd be about half of the system that I'm used to running.
Okay, thank you. Is there, gentlemen, I don't know if anybody else wants to speak. Anybody else? I'll leave it open for public Seeing nobody move? All right. Commissioners, I'll entertain a motion. Or
Mr. Chairman?
yes, Commissioner Boraski.
I'd make a motion to approve. This is a very important project for the community, and the county is in the utility business and has been for many, many years. I'm surprised that all the commissioners don't know that, but this is a project that will bring a lot of jobs and will carry a lot of weight, and therefore I'm a motion to approve.
Carboni, second.
All right, I have a motion from Commissioner Boraski. I have a second from Commissioner Carboni. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
I'd just like to make a comment. Excuse me, I'd like to make a comment. I know you have some small utility companies in the other towns, but this covers Pahrump only, and we already have so many utility companies at this point. 19 is a lot.
Yeah.
And adding this one is a totally different baby.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, again, now we're going to call for the question, and we'll go one at a time. Commissioner Boraski?
I vote aye.
Commissioner Cox?
Nay.
Commissioner Carboni?
Aye.
Commissioner Shinhofen votes yes, absolutely. Okay, that passes 3-1. Let the record show that Commissioner Pickman did not make it.
If I could, Mr. Chairman, if you could also do a motion to have a resolution prepared based upon the determination made by the board, and authorize you to execute the resolution so we can give that to the developer.
All right, Commissioner Carboni.
And so moved to have the resolution developed so we can have it in front of the board for signature.
And
signed by Commissioner Shinhofen, Chairman of the BOCC.
Okay. A motion by Commissioner Carboni. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Second by Commissioner Boraski, and this is to prepare a resolution that will put this into formal, and I will sign as soon as I get it. All right. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say, let's go again. Commissioner Boraski. How do you vote? Okay. Commissioner Cox?
Aye.
Nay.
Commissioner Carboni?
Aye.
Commissioner Shinhofen votes aye. So that is 3-1 again. And again, the record show Commissioner Wickman is not present. Thank you all. We'll move forward and jump the next hurdle, whatever that's going to be. All right. On to number 5, general public comment. Any general public comment in Tonopah? I see the clerk there. Do you want to speak? No? Okay, there's no general public comment there. Any general public comment here? Anybody? Nope, no one moving. All right. Close general public comment. We're going to go to number 6. We're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.